Although many of us were extremely excited to see The Force Awakens and the Star Wars saga continue, we were also disappointed to see how little screen time Luke Skywalker had in the film. It wasn't until Rey made it to Ahch-To, the planet where Luke went into exile, that we got to see one of the most powerful Jedi for the very first time. Was this done unknowingly or by design? During pre-production, you would be amazed to know that Rey's original name was supposed to be Qi'ra. The character then known as Qi'ra started to come together early in pre-production, and all the basic character traits were always constant and remained so until the final draft, when she was ultimately renamed as simply Rey. Michael Arndt, the original writer for The Force Awakens, who was ultimately let go as the writer for Episode 7, we were told it had to do with timing concerns. However, the real reason was a disagreement over who the film should be about: Luke, Leia, Han, or the next generation. In the beginning, Michael Arndt described Qi'ra as a loner hothead, a gearhead, and a fighter. J.J. Abrams, who became intrigued by the idea of directing The Force Awakens with the notion of exploring who Luke Skywalker was so many years after Return of the Jedi, really enjoyed the idea that this new character would not even know who Luke was, and that she could, in fact, regard him as a myth. In fact, Luke Skywalker was originally going to be involved throughout the movie. It was Michael Arndt that decided to change that. He felt as though his presence detracted from Qi'ra. With an audience so enamored by Luke and his legacy, would viewers care as much about Qi'ra when Luke showed up on screen? Or would they instead want to know what Luke was up to until now? By making the discovery of Luke the fulfillment of the heroic quest, the writers realized that they could spend the movie building up the heroine who would ultimately become Rey and allow the audience to fall in love with her before they even saw Luke again. As for Rey, even when she was still Qi'ra, the writers knew that they wanted Rey to be some sort of scavenger. At one point in production, she even worked in a used junkyard, one that was a lot like a used car lot. Finn, her companion throughout the film, was originally named Sam, and together they went off on their adventure. The character who became Poe Dameron was also one of her companions. Originally named John Doe, he was at different times conceived as a Jedi, a bounty hunter, and ultimately a Republic pilot before becoming Poe Dameron of the Resistance. Alright, Star Wars fans, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, feel free to leave a thumbs up down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and don't miss out on any of my future videos that I will post on this channel. Have a fun day, my friends, and in closing, don't forget, may the Force be with you always.